Hello, and welcome to what we call a Titan training video, I guess. Just going to quickly walk through installing a simple photo cell onto one of the Titan Wallpacks. So here's your Wallpack. I get a lot of calls about this. This is just going to make everything easier, I think. It's just a short little video and let you guys know what you're doing. On this deal, this is the Intertech model K1121 from 105 to 130 volt. So this is for 120 volt install. If you are using a 277, you will have to get a photo cell that's 277. So make sure you're checking that. Once you receive this, this is a photo control. It has to be a relay type with that voltage. There are some other ones out there that you'll see, and if you notice, they will say daylight harvesting. That requires dimming. You do not have that. These are non-dimmable, so all we do with these is turn them on and off, and that's what the photo cell will do. So you want to get a relay type photo cell. If you notice, this has a nice built-in, mounting threads already with an angle adjustment, so we can mount this to the top of our shoebox. So what we're going to do is up on the top here, we're just going to take out this little removable plug that we have, this little removable cap. So usually have to use a screwdriver. I kind of prepped it so that we can move through this a little faster. Okay, so in that, again, we're going to take out these two screws on the side that hold the Wallpack together. So we would take those out. Be careful on your hinge when you're opening these. Careful on your hinge. And then what you do is you slide it up forward to unhinge it. And then there's a cable inside that you can disconnect. So you would disconnect the cable. The light source can be put aside for the moment. So now we are down to just the power pack on the back of the driver. So we're going to open up this section. There's a plate covering all this up. We're going to take out the three screws that hold that plate down and put all that stuff aside because we're going to need it. Then we are going to open up the inside of the case and we are going to connect the wires. Now, we're using a cord right now, but typically you would have your incoming power coming from the ceiling or from a wall or wherever, and you will have a black, which is your load, you'll have a white, which is your neutral, and then of course your green, which is your ground. So the cable will act as that incoming power. We are going to take the black and of the incoming power cable, and we are going to connect it to the black of this load. Oh, first of all, let's mount this thing. Inside the box, you will get a set of directions, another nut here that fits the threads of it, and then you'll get an actual rubber piece that kind of gives you like a weather seal. What you're going to do is just slide this over your wires, because it will come separate in the box, so look for it in there. Slide this over your threads and put that down first. And so now you'll have a nice fit. Get that up there onto the top so that you have a nice fit on that. Once you have that fit, you're going to slide your wires up through the top part of that cap that you removed. And then you're going to carefully thread this into the housing. Now, for the first couple of turns, you can you can grab onto this, but I wouldn't recommend using this to make your turns. So, just use, a regular box wrench or something that fits. There's an actual nut at the bottom of this plastic nut. So you can grab that and use that to spin it in. Because what you're going to want to do is spin it all the way in so that it weather seals with that rubber gasket in between. So we're just going to keep spinning this thing around until we get it all the way down to the bottom. And we'll depress that gasket just a little bit, nothing crazy, but just enough where the gasket's being squeezed a little bit. So it's really good. Okay, so now there is a front photo eye on here, a photo cell. So you're going to want to have that, near the daylight source. So don't turn it towards the wall. So I would have it coming out towards the glass, the front. Straight. That's looking good. So once we have that mounted, this is kind of what you have. So you'll have this mounted up in the top, and we have the wires. Now the wires coming off of that are a black, a white, and a red. So that is coming off of your photo control. Your photo control has a black, a white, and a red. We're going to take the black and we are going to connect it to the incoming load. So the black load coming in, the incoming power. So on here, that would actually be from this wire. So that's going to be right here. And we are going to connect those. Get a nice twist on there. I usually put a nice wire cap, the smaller ones that fit. Turn that until the bottom wires start to turn a little bit, knowing that you've got a good grip on there. And then I always go the extra mile and wrap in black tape. I don't know, I just like black tape. Anyway, so we will go a couple wraps at the bottom to hold the wires together and then come up over the net. Okay, so now we have connected the black incoming load to the black wire going into the photo control. Now we take the red wire of the photo control and we connect that to the black wire of the actual driver. So we're going to use that as we're going to do the driver. So the driver has its own wires coming off of here, so it has a black, a white, and a green. And we're going to take the black of the driver and connect it to the red wire of the photo control cell. So again, put on a wire nut. And, tape and all that. So anyway, next, you're going to take all the whites. So the white from the photo control, you're going to take the white from the driver, and you're going to take the white from the incoming power, and you're going to connect all three of those. That is your neutral, and all the neutrals are going to be common. So you're going to connect them all together, get a nice twist on there for the three, and then another wire nut, so that all three are cleanly connected. And last but not least, your ground. So you will want to connect the ground from the driver to the ground from the incoming power. There is no ground for the photo cell, so you don't have to worry about ground on that, but make sure that if you're wiring this thing up, you're going to connect the ground going through from the driver to the power supply. So those are our three connections. That's simple. What this is actually doing is it's just going in between your load. So the load is going into this first, and then the photo eye controls the load and won't let it go through until it receives the okay. So that's about it. Let me just put some tape on here real quick, and I think we can just fire it up so that'll complete the video real fast. Let's see here. Let's go ahead and around here. We'll put our hinge back on carefully and connect our wires first, actually. Okay, so those are connected. Slide it back over the edges and carefully closing. I'll put the metal plate and all that stuff on. That's of course the step you see. But that's kind of the footprint that you're going to have. It needs a little tightening because it just keeps wobbling back. So it's a little Phillips head. There's a Phillips head on the side here that you can adjust it. So let's plug it in. Actually, I think I can leave it right here. Okay, so now should be no. There it goes. Beautiful. Working like a champ. So I will turn on the interior room lights. It goes off. As soon as I turn off the interior room lights, the photocell goes dark and comes on. Really quickly, too. So there you have it. I hope this helps you guys out. It's really quick. It's easy. You saw how fast I put that thing in. You'll be done like that. Again, it is the Intermatic, and then it is the, what was the model number here? It was the K1121, and it is rated for 105 to 130 volt. Like I said, if you need a 277, make sure you get the rating on the box. Here's what the box looks, this is what it looks like presently, so, and then you'll have your ratings and stuff on the side. I think we paid, I think these were $29. $29 or $31.95, something like that, but they're relatively inexpensive for how much savings they'll introduce just by not leaving the lights on accidentally. All right, hope you enjoyed this video. You guys take care, and we will see you on the next one. Titan!